Good evening and welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy alongside Preston Harvey. I'm Amy Zimmer. The rest of the team will join us in just a few minutes. This week of high school football features a handful of teams welcoming non-region squads from far and wide.
That's right, Amy, averaging 3 to 4 bus-hour rides to the hosted city just to be tested by our talented schools, including Ware County Visiting Benedictine and Charlotte Christian School from North Carolina to face Calvary Day School.
Oh yeah, some big-time matchups to get to, but first up, we're taking you to Wilmington Island, where it was a very special night at St. Andrews. Check out the bling. The St. Andrews Lions celebrating the 25th anniversary of the 1998 state championship team. Former head coach David Boylston and his players on hand. St. Andrews looking to make them proud, hosting the Hilton Head Prep Dolphins. Following a recovered fumble on opening kickoff, quarterback Zayden Edwards connects with Amari Cook, shakes and bakes his way for the big first down. Same drive, Edwards back to Cook. Dolphins say, "I don't think so." Sean Graham with the big stop. And, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Very next play, Cook muscling his way into the end zone. St. Andrews up 7-0. Staying in the first, Lions defense, yet they were all over the Dolphins. Forced the safety, 9-0. St. Andrews. Lions go on to blank Hilton Head Prep, 44-0. All right, buckle up. We are just getting started here on the Friday Night Frenzy.
We're taking you to matchups across Southeast Georgia and the South Carolina Low Country, plus arguably the biggest game in the state, Amy.
Oh yeah, two undefeated defending state champs going head to head. That and more coming up.
Watching the Frenzy on WJCL.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Frenzy on WJCL 22. Okay, in Savannah, two defending state champs locked horns in arguably the biggest showdown in the state.
That's right. Ware County won the 5A title last season while Benedictine took the 4A championship. Our Rick Snow shows us the battle of the unbeatens.
Amy, Preston, the crowd was getting ready early as the Gators and the Cadets were getting ready for their fourth meeting in 4 years. Now, the Gators won twice down in Waycross, while the Cadets won 2 years ago here at Memorial Stadium in Savannah. Could they even the score? The fans were fired up early on during the cadet walk through the tailgating area. The game did not start well for the Cadets as turnovers and big plays gave Ware County a 14-0 lead just 4 minutes into the game. The Gators were driving once again when the BC defense came up big as junior quarterback Luke Hooks is intercepted and the ball is returned to the 30-yard line. The Cadets took advantage as Luke Kromenhoek fires deep and finds Rayshawn Matthews open in the end zone, and that cut the lead to 14-7 late in the first quarter. Ware County trying to counter, but Hooks is picked off once again, this time by Michael Williams at the 10-yard line. BC drives the length of the field with Kromenhoek finding John Lilly for a 15-yard touchdown, and that ties the game midway through the second quarter. And with seconds to play in the first half, Connor Ferguson boots a 42-yard field goal to put BC up 17-14 at the half, and they win the thriller 31-24 to improve to 4-0 for the season in the game that lived up to its hype. Rick Snow, WJCL 22 News.
Thanks, Rick. Just about 10 minutes down the road, Calvary Day hosting Charlotte Christian out of North Carolina. Cavaliers look to remain undefeated on the season. The Cavs, though, would come out firing. First drive of the game, quarterback Jake Mergler quickly finds his partner in crime. Yeah, Mike Smith. The future Gamecock picks up a couple yards, but not satisfied on that play. Couple plays later, check this out. The duo striking again. Smith says, "Feed me the rock." The soft hands by Smith to reel in the big catch. Cavs knocking on the Knights' front door. And they would not be denied. It's a Tennessee commit. Merkler punching in the first touchdown of the game. 7-0 Cavs. And how about this? After the score, Calvary Day recovers the onside kick, and the Cavs are back on the attack. Caden Ardo this time, showing off the skills enough to move the chains. Leading to the score by Trevor Stobridge right up the middle. Calvary Day cruises to a big win over Charlotte Christian, 41-10.
To Island Stadium, the Glassing Tigers visiting Groves. Rebels trying to climb back 21-6 out of the half. Quarterback Caleb Deddy through the air. Avion Dillard climbs the ladder for the big first down. Same drive. Deddy looking for Dillard again. Watch this. Picked off by Tigers Tyrone Atkinson. Claxton wastes no time to turn it into a score. Dallas Hill working some magic to Christian Mixon. He breaks left, shakes off a Rebel, throws out the stiff arm. Yeah, he will not be denied. Touchdown gives Claxton a 28-6 lead. Tigers get their first win on the season over Groves, 35-6 the final. So far, the Effingham County Mustangs have been one of the more pleasant surprises on the young season.
Yeah, the Mustangs have been impressive in winning their first two contests this year. Tonight, they travel to Hinesville to take on Bradwell Institute, and our Dave Williams was there.
With only a couple weeks remaining before region play begins, teams are looking to sharpen their skills before that. Tonight here at Olvie Field in Hinesville, it's the Bradwell Institute Tigers hosting the South Effingham Mustangs, who are looking to remain unbeaten. And this one was very competitive, with South Effingham leading Bradwell 21-14 late in the second quarter when both defenses step up. The Tigers forcing a Mustang fumble and coming up with it in South Effingham territory. But South Effingham returns the favors. Aubrey Heath comes up with the interception in the end zone and makes a nice return to end a Bradwell threat. South Effingham would pay that off later on as Jakeem Leaks finds his way into the payoff pasture, and the Mustangs lead 28-14. but Bradwell responds on the first play of their next possession as quarterback C.J. Garrett goes deep downfield and hits Tyon Jones in stride, and he's off to the happy hunting ground for the Tiger touchdown. That cuts South Effingham's lead to 28-21. But it wasn't nearly enough as South Effingham goes on to win 52-38. In Liberty County, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
Could another Stetson Bennett be in the making at Pierce County? Bears visited the Liberty County Panthers. Latest Pierce County quarterback, Caden McGatha, first possession. Watch this. Hits Joe Drew for the first touchdown. Pierce County up 7-0. Meanwhile, the Bears defense was keeping the Panthers at bay. Bad snap here, and they swarm Panthers quarterback Jaden Hurd. Time for the Pierce County offense to strike again, and hey, it's the same combination. McGatha to Drew. See you later. Touchdown gives the Bears a 14-0 lead. Liberty County trying to get something going here. Quarterback Carlos Singleton now in, airs it out deep to Ryan Golden inside the Pierce 20. However, Bears defense would stiffen and stop the drive. Pierce County rolls to the 49-6 victory.
Back in Savannah, Savannah High hosting the Butler Bulldogs out of Augusta. The Blue Jackets seeking their first win of the season. Late second quarter, Savannah High trailing 14-0. The Bulldogs able to complete the pass to the flats, but the Blue Jackets are all over it, forcing Butler to punt on fourth down. Over in the third quarter, same score, Savannah comes out on the attack. Stephen Fox Jr. is a man on a mission. First down, Blue Jackets. Savannah High, though, unable to score on the drive. Butler on the offense for the first time in the second half. Bulldogs keep it on the ground. Butler able to pick up good yards on the play. However, flag will be thrown, holding on the offense, resulting in a loss of yards. Bulldogs will regain all those yards back on this very play. Toss to the running back, and Butler back in Savannah High territory. A couple plays later, Butler able to find the end zone. Savannah High unable to come back in this one, though, falling 20-0 in the final. More highlights still to come on the Friday Night Frenzy.
Plus, find out who made the Friday Night Frenzy play of the week. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Friday Night Frenzy. Okay, we are taking you right out to Wilmington Island for a Peach and Palmetto State clash. Bullock Academy hosting Trinity from Dublin. This one all Gators. Ben Aaron starts the scoring, finds Shamar Jenkins for the 35-yard touchdown, and it's 7-0. Later, the Gators defense with a big play. Check it out. Ike Hubbard reading the quarterback, coming through with a big-time interception. Gives his team great field position. And that would set up another Bullock Academy touchdown. Brennan Perosa goes 32 yards for the score. Gators pouring it on, 14-0. Bullock offense, yeah, they're not done yet. Isaiah Smart makes some defenders miss, heads to the end zone. Bullock Academy cruises to a 57 win over Trinity Christian.
Windsor Forest taking on Islands at Savannah High School Thursday night. The Knights looking to win their second in a row, while the Sharks seeking their first win in the season. Jumping to the second quarter, Windsor Forest leading 6-0. The Knights keeping this one on the ground, hand off to Cameron Woods, using his speed to make something happen. Big gain, although Knights unable to score on the drive. Sharks on offense now looking to put some points on the board. Shep Bodman looking for a receiver. Man, Knights defense continues their dominant play. Pick 6. 2-point conversion, no good though. Windsor Forest goes up 12-0, and the Knights will go on to get the win 21-7 over Islands. Over in the Low Country, Bluffton hosting Frederica Academy. The Bobcats seeking their second win of the year, while the Knights look to remain undefeated. First quarter action, Bobcats quarterback Owen Baines connects with Brandon Wright on the slant to bring in the first touchdown of the game. Extra point makes it 7-0 Bluffton. Later in the quarter, Bluffton in the Knights territory. Baines looking to find the end zone for the second time tonight. Take a look at this. Pass is picked off by Jaden Wright. Knights unable to turn their interception into points though. Bluffton would go on to win, though. They would cruise to a 44-13 win over Frederica Academy.
Time for a Friday Night Frenzy play of the week, taking you back to Bridewell hosting South Effingham. Bridewell quarterback C.J. Garrett going deep downfield, hitting Tyan Jones in stride, and takes it to the house for the touchdown. And that's going to do it for this week at the Frenzy. Thank you so much for joining us. For Preston Harvey and the rest of our team, I'm Amy Zimmer. Have a great night.